coco. I really miss you. Very simple. You want my dimple. Scary single. Didn't need it come. Get it don't matter the weather. We get better. Carry me gently. Money gave it. Me I go murder. We're so better. We be together, mommy. Yeah, you are my fire, my fire. Yeah, you're my fire, my fire.
I'm gonna be starting this vlog off in me just going to this event because I had been preparing to go, but I've also just been so sick, guys. Like, I've had like the worst flu in the world, literally, like the worst. Like, it's just been crazy. So I have been sleeping the whole, like, it's literally got me down the whole week. So I haven't really been able to vlog because I've been trying to get myself to be okay for today. Yeah, so I'm just trying to make sure that, you know, like, I can get through the day, because currently I feel so bad. I have a sore throat. I had a fever last night. Luckily it's not COVID, so I'm happy about the fact that it's not COVID, but yeah, the flu is real. I want to wear a mask. I'll probably have to wear a mask. And wearing my beautiful makeup. But yeah, so I did my makeup really early in the morning, and then I got back home and I slept, and I was just very high on like Benylin and Kojic. Honestly, I've taken so much just to make myself okay for today. I've been drinking my ginger lemon mix, and yeah, I think we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. I'm just hoping that I can get through the day, like, but if I don't feel okay, I'll definitely just leave, because I want. But yeah, I'm just so excited. I'm going with my friends. I haven't seen them in some time. I'm so excited, and honestly I feel like I'm looking so cute. Like, so the theme is like pink with a touch of blue, so I'm wearing this as my touch of blue as shoes, and then I'm wearing a pink suit with feathers. Yes, it has feathers, guys. Yeah, but it looks so cute, so I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm really excited. Anyway, I'm gonna catch up with you guys a little later. Just driving to my friend's house to make sure that we arrive at the same time, because these girls be playing, man. We're like, yeah, no, let's head there at 12. It's 12:14 now, and none of them have left their homes. But yeah,
big round of applause for our queen.
Hi.
Is it on? Yes. Hi, everyone. Hi. You guys look absolutely. Who is caught between being an ambitious person and a people pleaser. So now, as an ambitious person who's a people pleaser, already Jade is just going sideways because now your ambition requires so much of you. But your people pleasing is, oof, can I say no to that birthday party because I need to work on this? Oof, what if she doesn't like me anymore? It's an in-their childhood. So like the lady who owns the dry bars, and they are happy by themselves. But if I keep doing that, I miss my kids' childhood. And so for you, you need to look at your life that in the context of my life, in my own traumas, in my circumstances, what do I desire? Not what has Mpumi done so that I can make my goals. No, what do I desire? And what am I willing to sacrifice to make it happen, right? Because with everything, it's pretty here on stage. Everything's pretty today. But there's sacrifice. And we're not all willing to make the same sacrifice. Are you willing to wake up at 4:30 in the morning for a good 5 years of your life? Family, and then there was about 4 or 5 others. I think I was number 5. That time I thought I was getting married. From a high. Tell someone, I shall not fall. I shall not fall. I shall not fail. I shall not fail. The devil wants you to take a detour. He wants you to derail. He wants you to lose your
My God. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Guys, I've been sick. I don't know where this flu came from. I don't know who sent it. I don't know how they sent it, but God knows that they sent it with so much fire. Because guys, I've struggled this week. Like literally the whole of last week I didn't go for work. Just when I thought I was getting better, I got this. Hey. Yeah, just when I thought I was getting better, I got worse. And I couldn't vlog. I haven't been able to vlog. Like, it's just been really, really crazy. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, someone sent me a DM on Insta. And they were basically asking like, what's the process of getting an internship? How do you get an internship? So I thought I could add that to this week's video because normally I like to have like a value add. I usually like to add like a value add in my vlogs because I'm sure my life is not that interesting, guys. So I like to add some value to my vlogs. So in this week's vlog / video, I'm going to be telling you guys sort of like my nuggets and advice around getting you an internship. Yeah, so let's get into it. Okay, so I think the first thing that's important for anybody who's looking to get an internship is that you should understand the institution where you're trying to get your internship. Like, So for example, like with law firms ordinarily have like, how do I put it, like you have like breaks and you have like periods when you're actually hiring. So it's not like it's a continuous thing where you're like consistently hiring. So you'll find that my law firm, for example, would hire, like we've got a we've got winter hires, we've got summer hires, we have Ziali hires, and then we have student hires, so people who are in university. And ordinarily what would happen is that most of our winter hires are done quite early. Obviously I'm not in HR, so I can't really advise when that is, but like I said, do some research, find out who would be hiring you, and possibly see if you can reach out and send an email. So yeah, find out about the organization where you're working, find out about what their timelines look like, when do they require like an application, because I've noticed with most people they'll be sending their applications for internship like in, say for example now in July, when they're trying to get an internship for Ziali in October, whereas I think that our Ziali intake was already, like the list for people going to Ziali was approved like last year. So like you can't do things like haphazardly. You need to sort of figure out what the particular institution requires in terms of like timelines of when you need to give your application. And then the second thing is, like, I know there's a notion, like maybe I've even said it before, that grades don't matter. Well, when it comes to looking for an internship, at least to get your foot into the door, they do. Excuse me. I've had the chance to, sorry guys, I have to like cough halfway through this. I've had a chance to look at some of the applications that are sent to us, especially when we're looking for like interns for specific time frames, and like I note that I'm always caught by people that are A students. Very rarely do we get them, but there's quite a number of A students. But I'm also caught by people who don't do just law. Like, you want to be a fantastic lawyer, you have a dream of being a lawyer, and then what? So I find CVs more intriguing, and this I'm speaking for myself. I'm not sure if this is something that our HR looks at, but I'm speaking for myself. When I'm looking for a new hire, is like I'll be looking at whether you do something outside of school. So for example, do you have any extracurricular activities? Do you volunteer somewhere? Do you do sports? Do you run a business? I need to see some form of innovation and hunger for something more than just being a lawyer. And I feel like that makes you more of like a all-rounder person to me. And I feel like people that do several things adapt to change very easily. And so for me, that's something. I'm not saying that all of you should go start a business. I'm not saying that all of you should. Just find what makes you you, because everyone else just wants to be a lawyer also. So you need to figure out what makes you stand out, what makes you different. Like, do you do YouTube, for example? Do you run a podcast? Like, what do you do that makes you you? Like, do you, for example, like, what makes you stand out? Like, what else other than the degree that everyone has, or the masters that everyone has, or the grades that everyone has? Like, what else makes you you? So I like it when I see applications where I can see the person. It always really helps me to say, oh, I'm intrigued, I want to get to know you better and whatnot. So that's the second thing. I think the third thing is, like, I think I'm also drawn to people that have worked before. I know this is very unfair, and I always used to say, like, why do people look for people with job experience? But I'm not saying that you should have had a legal job, but it's always good to see on someone's CV that they've done something other than study, because it then shows innovation. It shows that you're trying to push yourself beyond your boundaries. Like, and it doesn't have to be like a day job or whatever. It could be that you worked in your legal clinic at your university, or that you help your parents run a shop, or that you do something other than just sit and study, because I feel like there's no diversity there, and I really can't see who you are because you look like everybody else. So having some form of experience is great. And like I said, work is not just 9 to 5 day job. It could include you, for example, volunteering at church. Do you serve in church? Do you do something outside of it? Do you help your siblings to do something? Do you, like, what do you do outside of just being a lawyer? It always really helps to see that sort of diversity. Also, sell yourself, guys. Like, don't feel shy. I mean, sell yourself. It's always nice to see applicants who are willing to sell themselves. So for example, I'm always intrigued by the diversity that I would get from people that would tell me, oh, I've maybe, like, you know, like, I've lived in different towns, I have lived in a village, I have done all of those things, and how that helped you to be the person that you are, I think also really helps. So, like, rather than just saying I am an A-star student with merits, like, show us something else. Add a bit of flesh to the bone, you know what I mean? If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, forget about it. Anyway, guys, so yeah, and then the other thing is, try your best to, like I said, show yourself, sell yourself. Like, if you, for example, speak multiple languages, guys, that's a flex. If you can speak English, Nyanja, Tonga, Lovale, Kaonde, whatever it is that you can speak, I feel like for me it speaks towards your intellect as well. I personally am terrible at languages. I can speak 2 languages fluently, English and Nyanja. My Bemba is pathetic, but I can understand it. But I really admire people that are multilingual. I also feel like if you've had the opportunity and God has blessed you with the opportunity to go and live in a diverse culture, for example, like, you've lived, like I said, maybe you've lived in a village, or you've lived in a community, or you've lived abroad, or you've got that exposure to an environment that's not, for quote unquote, like the norm. I feel like that's really, 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 really good, because that will allow you to sort of stand out, like I said. I think the other thing is engage with people that are in the legal field early on in your career. That's a mistake I may have made, because I'm generally not very social, so I tend to not socialize quickly or socialize at all. And so I felt like, had I socialized a lot earlier with, like, people that are in the legal profession, it would be so much easier for me to see job opportunities. Because if you don't know anybody, it's very difficult for you to, like, know about opportunities, to see opportunities, for people to tell you about the opportunities.